Can they get a roll call? Evelyn and friends.
You can just hear the squeaking of my chair. Hey y'all. Oh my god. I have the mic hooked up. Let me know if you can hear me. Just need like one or two people to tell me if the mic is working. Let me know. Let me know. Welcome to the live show. Now, now I gotta say, I have to say that what I envisioned for the live show didn't quite pan out. Okay, so this is what we're gonna get. Okay, we're gonna get me. Oh, here come all the comments. Oh. Things didn't quite pan out when I for the live show. What I originally wanted was just so much. Um, but what you're gonna get is me. We're just gonna chit chat, knick knack, patty whack, um, and that's what we're gonna do. Baby Blow can't make it today. He says hello. He says his AKA for today is Baby Blow, AKA Baby Bleezy, AKA Cruise Control. Don't I don't ask follow-up questions. Okay? But he's moving today. So that's why he can't make it. Now, if you're wondering, oh, why aren't you helping him move? Baby Blow has 20 earthly possessions. Oh my god. So he don't need too much help. Okay. Um, let's see these. Let's see these comments. Let's just say hi. Hey, Reve. Hey, Yarnelli, Ellie. Hey, Guava Girl Alice. Max the Cat. Clue Girl 41. Julia Stanley. Cookie K. Don't do that 2010. Oh, hey, don't do that. Um, be the Brahmo. Oh, Dripping Springs. Oh my, there is. I swear to God, this fly wasn't here this whole time. Warren Pettis. Did I say Julia Stanley? A Nonsensical Compound Radiant. Koss. Come on, Koss, our musical guest from episode 5, season finale. Passionate for God. Justin. Sorry, I haven't answered your text yet. Justin. Yavis. Yavis. Alan Lewis. Demaya Smith. Hello. I'm gonna get it. Maxine Shaw, attorney at law. Javia Nicole Benjamin. Did I say Radiant? Radiant. Coco Lively 78. RC. Diane said. Tam Cole. A minimalist. Soup and Wine Auntie, hello. We're just in the hellos right now. Deborah Ayana, T Singletary, Bree 96, SVN from Minnesota. Florence Bodoc, Tasha Denise. One thing about me, I'm always try. As someone who has a name, not my first name, but the rest of my names aren't English, I appreciate when people try, personally. Sierra, Tiki, Be in Jonathan Fortwing. Hello, Brooke Smith. Hello, Arian Ndaizamba. Hell yeah. Mitchell Atams. Oh my gosh. If you see Soundscape, Sarah Owen, Ashanti is in the chat. Y'all, Ashanti is in the chat. I'm real. I'm so happy. Lena, Eric from the ATL. ATL, Georgia. Booties look like this size. You didn't see what booty did. Let's see. I just mean my middle and last name. It's nothing special. Trevi, Auntie Trevi from South Africa. Oh my God. Polymorphing. Hello, Devin Alexander. Hello, Aaliyah McConnell. And Kelly Davala, Khalil Brown. I don't want to miss nobody. Y'all too fast. Y'all too fast. Okay. It might be a mosquito. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get this popping. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live show. I'm your host, Evelyn, and we're just going to be hanging out. This is me saying thank you. Thanks for watching season 1 of the show. Is there season 2? Crickets. But I just wanted to say thanks. Hop on live, talk in real time, just because season 1 of the show was some of that footage that you saw was from 2021. The newest footage in that season was from November 2022. So I wanted to be like, hey, okay, you watched it, but that was old. So here's me in the now times. So yeah, we're just gonna chat. We're just gonna hang out for the next 45-ish minutes. Which I want to talk about. Thanks for watching. Any questions about the show? Any favorite parts you want to talk about so I can tell you the struggle? Thanks to everyone who's noticing my hair. Yes. Braids by Mimi. I'm gonna put her name in the chat. Braids by Mimi, I believe, on IG. This is my second time going to her. And not an ad. She did, if you will recall, the time I had half green, half black. She also did that. Okay. Yay. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. No, wait. Okay. Diane asks, how did you map out each episode and decide your segments? Okay. So I knew I wanted 5 episodes. I just picked the number 5. I like odd numbers. And I knew I wanted Evelyn and Friends to be a variety show, meaning there was more than one thing going on. That's what I knew. I made my little Google Doc in 2020 probably. And I was like, okay, what are all the things that I do? I do a little bit of skits and characters. I do Smack Your Lip. I have interviewed people before. I knew I wanted to have a musical guest. So I just picked all the things that I have done in the past and combined them into one piece of work. So every episode was kind of like four-ish videos in one. or neurodivergent. But yeah, so that's how I chose the segments. I knew people liked Smack Your Lip. I knew I wanted it was going to be called Evelyn and Friends, so I knew that I would have to have friends, which is the interview segment. And then I wanted to collaborate. Really, my goal was to collaborate with people. So that's where working with Danielle, Star Puppy, that's where that came in to do the voice of Iris. Um, and then working with Jade to do the advice segment. So it was really just me trying to fulfill all the goals and kind of aspirations I had for doing a project like this, which is collaborating and doing multiple things in one video. Okay. Evelyn and Friends birthday edition. Fun fact, I wanted to do a Leo season special. Can't afford it. Don't have 11/11, make a wish. Okay. So I wanted to do a Leo season special. Can't afford it. Time management, what it took out of me to just get season 1 completed is too close in time period to Leo season. I just couldn't get it together. And I had to, for yet another year, I've wanted to do a Leo season special 2 years in a row. I'm going to have to circle back next year. Okay, God willing. God willing. And the aliens don't come for us. The biomass that they found don't come for us. So yeah. Oh my gosh, thank you. So the idea for that, the Patreon cousins know because I posted a proof of concept, I believe, on the character of Iris, maybe in 2020. And it was a proof of concept where I was just talking to Iris, and some of the jokes in that proof of concept made it into Evelyn and Friends season 1, especially the Fitbit joke. If I wanted a Fitbit, I would have bought that. And then Iris says, please, a Fitbit could never. So y'all know I love technology and talking about how it may or may not destroy us. Hello, Tim, my short film is about technology. It's just a thing that I'm interested in. And so I knew I wanted, if Evelyn and Friends is a variety show and I'm a host, every host usually has a co-host, right? But I didn't necessarily, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool if my co-host wasn't a real person? It was my relationship to this device. So that's where that came from. Oh, yes. Come on, Patreon cousin. Yeah. So every episode I shared bloopers, behind the scenes. I shared the scripts. So you could actually, if you go on Patreon and you look at the scripts, you can read what made it in and what didn't make it in. You can read what, because Evelyn and Friends is nonfiction, there's a lot that I can't actually write. So I wrote Iris, obviously. I wrote my monologues, like, welcome to episode 2. I wrote those. But it's interesting to look at the script and see what is just a sentence to represent Dwayne and Evelyn play Babe Bestie Block. And that's like 15 minutes of the show. So if you're interested in that, it's on Patreon. We're on a pay what you wanna type of scale. Let's see. Oh my gosh, thanks, Jasmine. Iris interludes. Yeah, okay, let's talk about, let me make sure I'm not, oh my gosh, how am I gonna keep up? Okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's talk about Iris and working with Danielle, aka Star Puppy, and what that was like. So we recorded. So she lives in Atlanta. I live in Austin. I sent her the script, and then we were like talking about it on Zoom and like just talking about it back and forth. And then we set up a date to record. Now, Danielle is a professional voice actor. So she had all the gadgets and the gizmos, the gadgets and the gizmos to record her voiceover. So we're on Zoom. She has me to the side, and I'm directing her via Zoom as she's in the booth, in the booth recording her audio. So I would talk, I would say my part, and she would say her part, and then I would direct her, and I would say, "Well, when I wrote this, Iris is supposed to be shady," or how do you feel? Do you feel like Iris would be more sinister than this or more sickly sweet? And so Danielle kind of provided her own energy into Iris. The fun fact, the hold on, let me find the comment so I could let me find the comment. Somebody said Iris was doing the most. Iris is doing the most. Da-da-da-da. Hold on, I want to find it before I go any further. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so fun fact, Danielle in episode, is it 3, where Iris goes on a date? I had written that. I had written that I wanted Iris to progress as a character and not just like be in service to me as the host the entire time, because I wanted to show that, like, is Iris real? Like, is she sentient? Is this Westworld? Like, what is this? And so I knew I wanted her to go on a date. But at the end of episode 3, I believe, after, like, before the credits, there's like a fake credit fake out. And then Iris shares how her date went, and she is rated R. She's rated X. Danielle improvised that whole section. I hadn't written that. I hadn't written an after post credit thing. And Danielle was like, "Okay, I love where you're going with this. What if she came back and was like, this is how it went?" She made up the Spanish when she talked about no puppy. That she made that up. Um yeah, so that was incredible. That was working with Danielle. She's amazing, fantastic, so talented. She makes a great Iris. Let's see. Somebody else said Jade. Okay. Yeah, so I don't remember who created the word, who made the word Iris. I don't know if it was me. No, okay. So this is how it went. I'm telling my secrets. I made the name Iris. I was searching. I was like, what name sounds like a machine? I I was on all the threads and baby names and all the things, and I settled on Iris. And I think it was Danielle that was like, "Oh my gosh, that's like really smart. It's Siri backwards." And I was like, "Huh, it is. How about that?" So now I'm like, "Yeah, did you know it's Siri backwards?" I did not plan it like that. I didn't plan it like that. Okay, let's see. Jade. Someone to Jade. Let's use this. Jade is hilarious. And that's why I wanted to collaborate with her. I knew I wanted some sort of advice segment. And then I was like, why am I doing it? Somebody else already do it. The Jade Fox advice show already exists as a concept. So I was like, okay, hello, good evening. it is me, Evelyn. And so we just got together. I was like, this my budget. Can you do it for the budget? And yeah, I think at the time she was living in Portland. So again, I was like, this is the script, not script. There wasn't a script because it's questions. So the questions were sourced from Instagram. Every question that Jade answered, every advice came from a real person, real internet Instagram cousin on my page where I posted a story a long time ago. I was like, hey, do any of y'all have problems, concerns, issues that you want somebody to answer? Eyebrows, eyebrows. And that's what people submitted. So those are all real questions. And so I gave Jade way more questions than necessary. I think I gave her like 10 or 12 and was like, you pick the ones that speak to you the most, that you can kind of like go off on, do 5 of them, send it to me, and then I'm gonna do that. So that's how we did that. But so while the Jade Fox advice show is her concept, I did want some branding around it. That was Evelyn and Friends branding. So then I worked with Catherine, the animator, to create the little intro animation. And Stevie Weavy and Baby Blow made the song. Okay, let's see. Who decided to have the Hotep adjacent intro? So the Jade Fox advice show. That's what she does in every episode. If you go through her like old videos, she'll provide words of wisdom, and it's questionable or not. The character she's playing, it's questionable or not whether it's wise. And that's what I loved about her series. Is that yeah, it's her, like it's Jade, but it's still a character. I also love that. So, the words of wisdom, I remember watching it back for the first time and I'm like, where's this going? That's my favorite part of it. It's like, where is this going? Where's this line of thought? But yeah, that's just her character. Oh my gosh, yes. Um, if you don't watch Jade's videos and you don't watch her roast people, then I guess it wouldn't make sense. But to me, I was like, this is the Jade Fox advice show. That's something that that character would say. And you're not supposed to think that, you're supposed to question whether or not this is good advice. Like sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Mm, Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out what to talk about next. Should we go animation? Somebody asked. There's so many comments. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm reading as fast as I can. Hooked on phonics. Came from her, 100% her. If you go on Jade's channel, she has the Jade Fox advice show already. And when I pitched her to collaborate, I was like, that's what I want that as a segment. Okay. Let's talk about the animation. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Shout out to, I'm gonna put their name in the shitty chat. Catherine. They are the animator extraordinaire for Evelyn and Friends. Let me tell you the story of Catherine. So basically, I was looking for an animator. I didn't quite know the correct language or like the words, like what I was asking for. So, was it an illustrator? Was it an animator? I learned that not everybody who animates is also illustrating. I learned that they're different. So, I did my little research, and then I was just searching for people, searching for people, searching for people. I found Catherine on YouTube because the algorithm served me up a video that Catherine animated with some, gosh, Nisi Pisa, Nisi Pisa dialogue. If you know her, you know her. And I was like, wait, if this person watches the same kind of content I do, they'll probably understand me. So, child, it was a cold email. I was like, hello, my name is Evelyn, and this is what I would like to do. So we start emailing back and forth. We set up a time to chat. I make a pitch, a formal pitch presentation on Canva. And I'll probably post it on Patreon too if I haven't already. But in which I explicitly say all the things I'm looking for, like how many assets I'm looking for, one intro song, one Jade Fox intro, one Evelyn and Friends, the transition where it goes into my eye. I had all those ideas already, and I sketched them out or used like clip art and stuff to explain what I wanted my idea to do. Even like the theme song, having the heads, the other faces, the Patreon cousins around me when it says Evelyn and Friends, I had that idea already. And so I pitched them, and they were like, yeah, I think I can do it. Yeah, this is my rate. Yeah, this is the timeline. Let's get it cracking. And so that's what we did. I think on Patreon, I'll post all the step by steps. I mean, they sent sketches, they sent draft one, draft two. Is this what you mean? They did the color scheme. They were like, what's the color scheme? I'm like, oh, I don't know what the color scheme is. So like, this is kind of the color scheme. I made this necklace to celebrate Evelyn and Friends, but the blue, the orange, the yellow, that's Evelyn and Friends. They did that. So shout out to Catherine. I hold on. Lost it. But yeah, so going into the eye transition was giving That's So Raven. Yes, that was the example I gave Catherine. I also gave the example of like Totally Spies or cartoons like that, where Sailor Moon, like where things like swing, like sparkle, sparkle. Yeah, so Catherine was able to take my explanations that were like that. I was on Google Meet, like swing, and then it's like, and they were able to take that and turn it into what you see. So, yeah. Yes. Shout out to the Patreon cousins. I had asked anybody who was interested in having their face illustrated by Catherine to submit a selfie. And those faces that you see in the intro and outro bumpers, like the intro and the end credits, those are Patreon cousins. Okay. Okay, I want to get to things. Okay. All the original music in the show, that is 100% Baby Bleezy. aka Baby Blow, aka Baby Bleezy, aka Beethoven. Okay. So, what was that? That was just conversations of like, what do I want the theme song to give? I want it to be childlike, but not childish. We talked about, I looked at, remember Andre 3000 had a cartoon at one point? I was like, what? I want that. I want, and it was text back and forth. He would send me things. I'd be like, that's a little too point this way or a little too much that way. And he just figured it out. He just figured it out. Oh, also, the Jade Fox Advice Show, he did the jingle for that one. And that was me just being like, okay, I understand as a fan and a viewer, when I watched the Jade Fox Advice Show on Jade's YouTube channel, I she already had the concept. She already had the fake applause, the cards. Like that's already her thing. So I was like, what music accompanies that type of show? Is it Montel? Is it daytime? If Karamo's talk show? Is it you know, is it Arsenio? Okay, Arsenio's in the nighttime. Is this daytime? I felt that it was very much daytime because it was advice. You know what I mean? Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? So it was me telling Steve, giving him those references. And he came up with that. Jade Fox Advice Show. Oh my gosh. If you're talking about the closed captioning, that is hilarious. Yeah, I was submitted for closed captioning and they couldn't figure it out. To be honest, I don't know all the lyrics. I don't know all the lyrics, but when I sing it, I be changing the lyrics every time. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm proud of myself too because I don't know if y'all have ever when you be like in the middle of something and you're over it already. That was me. Oh my gosh, thanks AZ. Thank you. Will I be saving this live, J? Ooh. Will I be saving this live, J Love? It should just post to my YouTube channel. It should. Now, if it don't, that's my bad. Were those references off the dome my personal style, or I did some research? That's my personal. That's my taste. That's from the Totally Spies to the Montel to the. That's just to Iris. That was just what I like. All the things that I like, interpreted through the lens of me. How did I push through self-doubt at times? Ooh. I think for me, it's knowing that the time will pass anyway. Like whether if you're happy about something or you're pissed about something, time still passes. So you might as well like carry it with you. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like when I have self-doubt, I acknowledge the self-doubt. And for me, it's always like a shame spiral. It's like I have self-doubt and then I'm embarrassed about having self-doubt. So it's like on top of each other. And I just let myself have it and I do the thing anyway, however long it takes, because the time will pass anyway. It's not sexy. It's not sexy. It's really not. Yeah. Yeah. First of all, welcome to the chat. Um, was there anything I learned during season 1 that I want to do or stop doing as I think potentially about doing season 2? Yes. Yes. um, I want more. So the interview segment, that's just what I thought of. And in practice, the idea was cool, but in practice, it was a little clunky. So instead of the interview ended up, I would record with people for 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm like, the show can only be half an hour long because I decided that's how long y'all can pay attention. Now, is that true? Probably not. But I thought 30 minutes was good. So I'm like, oh, now I have to cut down this long ass interview into 8 to 15 minutes and still give it the same, still honor the messaging, like the conversation that we were having. That was quite difficult. So I think what I would do in subsequent seasons is the special guest would be present throughout the episode in multiple segments, not just the interview, so that the interview could be shorter, or it wouldn't be the bulk of the episode. So like maybe in one episode I would have a smack your lip, a game of some sort, a skit of some sort, similar to SNL when the celebrity host is also in the skits and is also throughout the entire thing. I think that's what I would do differently. I would also have more characters. The scenes like with Iris and those types of scenes, they weren't really like sketches as much as it was like, it wasn't necessarily jokey jokes. I would want more jokey jokes and more characters. Mama Jessica should make an appearance. Hello Corny Dad should make an appearance. I just want more of that. I knew going into, by the time I was editing season 1, I was like, oh, this is like kind of the bare bones version of what I want Evelyn and Friends to be. I think Evelyn and Friends can be a lot weirder, a lot doing a lot more different things. So let's talk about This Might Not Make Sense, which is the podcast that Baby Blow and I do on Patreon. So the plan for This Might Not Make Sense is that it becomes an actual podcast that you can listen to anywhere you get your podcasts. And then the visual version will be it'll be shortened for your viewing pleasure. It'll be like clips. So I don't think I would want This Might Not Make Sense in Evelyn and Friends because I feel like that is separate. But This Might Not Make Sense is coming back. Now that we're done with Evelyn and Friends, we can now focus on the podcast, making it a real podcast. It'll be available to everyone. Patreon will, of course, get all the extra stuff, all the fun stuff, behind the scenes, conversations, live shows, things like that. But we want This Might Not Make Sense to be a podcast. But the problem is we don't want to make a regular podcast. If we wanted to make a regular podcast, we would have done that like 3 years ago. But we want to do just so much kind of like weird stuff that we have to plan a little bit more. How long did it take you to film and edit the series? So cumulatively, like I started filming in 2021. I ended filming in 2022, but it wasn't like I was filming every day of my life. I had the self-doubt, I had other things to do, I had scheduling issues. So I'm working on the show for, let's say, 3 years. Let's call it 3 years. Editing the show took a solid, now this was every day, a solid month and a half of both me and Steve editing. We edited was it one episode at a time? We divided the workload into, we gave each of us a role. So since I wrote it, I had to edit everything. I had to do the first pass of everything. So if I'm looking at Smack Your Lip footage and it's 30 minutes of footage, I'm the one who has to take it from 30 minutes of raw naked footage to 5 minutes of what I want included. So that's what I had to do for everything. Interviews, everything. Steve could help with the Iris skits because that was scripted. So he could read a script and find the clip that corresponded. But at the end of the day, I was stage 1 editing, and then Steve took it to the next level. The way we like communicated it to each other is I'm the x-axis, like I take things forward, and he's the y-axis, he take things up. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So the Patreon cousins know that Baby Blow would do the Smack Your Lip for that episode. We would be on camera together. So they've watched all of those. So that gives you an idea of what it would be like to have a special guest do the Smack Your Lip with me. And another thing I would change is having like better audio, which would allow better audio would allow the camera to move in a kind of a different way. I want the camera to be moving instead of just like on a tripod. Okay, let's see. We have like 15 minutes. Yes. That whiteboard. We went through like 3 whiteboards with our schedule with, oh my gosh, time deadlines. We took lunch breaks. It was very like April. We edited the bulk of the show in April. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, okay. Let me look up. Let me write that down. Sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry. Thanks for that. Thanks, Selah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We were on such a tight deadline because the goal was to edit the show in the Airbnb. So we had the Airbnb for a month, and that's kind of where we lived. You know how like people when they make an album, they like go in the woods? That's the only way you can make it. There's nothing else distracting you. And it gets to a point where it's like, I'm about to wipe the hard drive. If we don't put this stupid freaking idea out, because you have to remember, Evelyn Friends season 1 is the base idea. It only adds. So like I can't get to the fun stuff, like I can't build upon my idea if I never put out the idea. You have to be able to iterate upon something. So you have to have a starting point. So it gets to the point where it's like, okay, if I've been working on this since 2020, it is 2023. It gets to a point where you choose a month and you're like, if we don't hit this, I'm wiping the hard drive, posting a video saying never mind, and going on with my life. And it worked. Oh my gosh, thanks. Yeah, if you haven't kept up with the vlogs, I've posted vlogs all month in May that were from April when we were working on it. So if you want to see what the Airbnb looked like and what we was doing while we was there, hit up the May vlogs. So let me tell you what the plan is. The plan is, so season 1, I asked my own friends, my actual friends. Then I want to gather, you know what I'm saying, the ovarian fortitude, the strength to pitch other people and bring people I don't know on the show. That requires me being part of like a internet community and not being like in a dungeon working on videos all day. So maybe if the girls know who I am, only if the girls know who I am. Iteration in this dancery. Oh my gosh, yes, please. Can you DM me on Instagram? Do you have an Instagram? Go ahead and DM me on Instagram. No, I didn't struggle because it was written. Like I had a script. So I knew like I was never adding stuff to it. It was more of like the editing, like the music. We wanted actually to make original music for the skits. Didn't have the time. The amount of time it would take to source sounds to make music from scratch for those skits, no, we had to kind of like stock music that whole. So I didn't really struggle to know when it was ready because the script had a beginning and an end, but I did struggle to, like, Steve has a higher perfectionism, not perfectionism, but just like he wants things to be like nicer than me, and I'm more of like get it out, pitch. So I had to like let him know, hey, like this is where we're at, we don't have time. That would be nice, this idea that we have would be nice, but we are just two human beings and we don't have the time. Yes. I'm going to bring back the plan on Patreon. It's because I didn't have a plan. Like the plan was to make Evelyn and Friends, which is what has been happening. I've been doing the plan. And now that it's over, I need a new plan. So episodes of that coming back. Before we run out of time, let's talk about Koss, the musical guest. Let's do that. Koss, the musical guest. We have okay, that's what we're gonna talk about. Hold on. No, that'd be not. That's a podcast. I want it to be a variety show. Now, Evelyn and Friends can have like another can have other content, but Evelyn and Friends, as far as the show, is a variety show, meaning it has to have a variety of segments. Okay, Koss, the the musical guest. Shout out to Koss. Stunning. How that happened was I put a call out on Instagram and I was like, does any oh yeah, let's go ahead and pin you, BB. Um I put a call out on Instagram and I was like, is anybody a musician? Does anybody and this is an example. I was terrified to work with an animator and a musical guest because those are art forms that I know nothing about. Pitching Danielle, pitching Jade, that's like peer to peer. You know what I mean? I know what I'm asking. I'm asking for you to hook up your mic, to set your camera, to turn on your lights. I know what's involved in that. But talking to Catherine the animator, I was like, this is what's in my head. This is what I see. Can you do that? And also with the musical guest, I was like, I just know that the show would be so enriched by having a musical guest. Do I know what it entails all the way? Not legally. But a lot of people submitted, and I listened to everybody, and Casa's music grabbed me. Their story, their vibe, their style, the fact that they produce their own music. I was like, okay, we love a person that do it all. Um, so I reached out and I was like, okay, this is what I think. I have listened to your music. I think this particular song works the best for the show. What would it take to produce a segment? Question mark. This is my budget. Can you do? So Cos teamed up with their whole team, whole squad, Bestie Nation, Mujero to create the musical segment. Okay? Choreography, dance, you know what I mean? Sets, locations. Now, again, they're in New York. I'm in Austin. So we're doing this virtually. I'm getting texts and videos and oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Hell yeah, do it. Today's shoot day. Good luck, guys. Um, so yeah, I am so happy. When I saw it, I teared up. I did. We got the final probably in 2021, to be honest. 2021, 2022. But yeah, when I saw the final, I was like, damn, they did that. They really did that. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And they delivered. They delivered. So yeah, if you want to watch the video for Losing My Mind, it is on Cos's YouTube channel. Go ahead, check it out, play it, stream it. You can do all that. It was trials and tribulations. It was trials and tribulations. It really was. Yeah, but it was so good. And I think having the animation, like I enjoyed working with everybody. Facts. But it was the animation and the musical guest for me as the person making it that really made Evelyn and Friends a variety show, like a project and not quote unquote just a YouTube video. Precisely. That was the vibe. That's what I wanted. Yeah. So love it. Thanks, Cos. Hopefully, I might be coming to New York in the next couple of months. I'll holla at you. So yeah, that was the show. All the interviews, Babe Bestie Block was a lot of fun. Talking to Holly was a lot of fun. Nikki, Amanda, Tova, Baby Blow. It was great. It was a great time. But yeah, I need to wrap up. I just wanted to say hi and say thank you for watching and hyping me up and encouraging me. Really needed it. Really needed it at times. Yes, Nikki. She has 2 babies now. In the time when we recorded our interview, she had 1 baby. Now she has 2. Woo! But yeah, somebody asked if I had emailed Keke Palmer's people for Key TV. I haven't yet, but it's on the list. It's on the to-do list. What this taught me is that it's one set of skills to make a thing. It is another set of skills to promote the thing. It's not the same skills. So I need to learn those promotion skills. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I could look into it. I appreciate you. Oh my god. I just want to inspire people. If you have an idea, figure it out. There is a now version of your idea. And it's okay to revisit the idea later and do it again. You can do it again. There's no shame in doing it again. Okay? Oh, what's your series? DM me if you need any advice. And with that, happy Leo season. Steve's birthday was a couple days ago. Mine's a couple days in the future. We're doing this. We did it. We're doing it. We did it. And we're going to continue to do it. Does it suck sometimes? Hell yeah. But guess what? We have no other skills. That was the microphone. We have no other skills. No other option. Can't do anything else with my life. So you're stuck with me. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I got to get out of here. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon, hopefully on the internet somewhere. Bye.